Hey guys, it's Dancy. And about 8 months ago, this was me. I'd struggled with my weight since I was about 20, but around this past Christmas, I decided to make a change, and over the last 8 months, I've lost 60 pounds. But before we get into that, I want to talk to you guys about where I've been since last year. So, pretty much my entire life, I've struggled really, really badly with mental health. And if you follow my Facebook page, you know it's something that I've talked about before, but I've never really made clear how severe these issues have been for me. I've always just kind of said that I have anxiety and depression, but I never went into any actual detail about it. And I think why I always did that was because I wanted my YouTube channel to be a place where hopefully I can make people think more critically about shows like Game of Thrones. And if nothing else, at least we can all have a good laugh about how Loras had a birthmark on his ass in the shape of Dorne or whatever the hell that was. God, season 5 was a mess. Anyways. I wanted people to have fun watching my videos, and talking about this stuff I felt really ruined the escapism I was going for. But then things started to get so bad that I kept on being forced to step away from YouTube for months at a time, which sucks for me because it restricts the channel from growing, and more importantly, it sucks for you guys because you want to watch videos. And one moment everything will be fine and you'll be seeing a new video every week, and then the next, I'm just gone for a year or several months at a time, so without any explanation. So I think it's time that I came clean about what's going on because I've really been unintentionally jerking you guys around, and quite frankly, every one of you guys deserves better than that. So, and actually, let me preface this by saying that I'm actually going somewhere really positive with this, so just stick with me if what I'm about to say sounds really dark. When I say that I have depression, what I mean by that is that some days it's so bad that I can't even get out of bed. And on those days that are really bad, I've gone to some horrible places of not even wanting to be alive anymore. And when I say I have anxiety, for me what that means is frequent panic attacks and being absolutely terrified to leave the house. So, while sometimes I could be fine for months at a time, when my brain decided to not be fine, it made doing anything in my life a challenge, let alone, working on videos 15 to 20 hours a week. And when I could feel myself starting to head to this bad place again this past October, I sort of said to myself, I'm going to have to take a break again, but what can I do so that this can stop happening? What can I change? And I thought about it, and I still couldn't come up with anything. However, I am one of those people who has some of their best ideas when they're procrastinating. I think Westeros Brawls, the inception for it, came about when I just really didn't want to clean the house that day. So, in a similar vein, when I was trying to get myself out of that horrible state mentally, I was failing really hard, so I went, hey, you know what? I'm pretty goddamn fat. Let's try dealing with that instead of dealing with my deep psychological issues. Then from about mid-December onwards, I made every day just working on my body. That was my project every day. It was just, what can I do to help myself reach this goal? Because counting calories and eating better meant there was no room for me to focus on the thing that I was avoiding, which was my mental health. So I started exercising more and making sure I was getting enough sleep. And this is a big one. I made sure that I was taking my antidepressants every day, so I would have the focus to do the things I needed to so that I could lose that weight. So you probably already figured it out, but as you can imagine, around about April or May, I noticed I had more energy to get out of bed on those bad days, and I had more confidence to leave the house, and my anxiety was getting better because I was, doing basic things like getting enough sleep and eating regular meals. By choosing to work solely on my physical health, I ended up having some really amazing emotional health benefits. And while it's by no means completely fixed everything, I at least feel like I'm in a place where I can deal with my mental health, or I'm ready to deal with it. Going forward, I want to make even more changes, like making sure I see my therapist and continuing to lose weight, and just work on getting better in any way that I can. I'm still trying to figure it all out, but, I'm still trying to figure it all out. It still feels overwhelming to think about, but I feel like at least now it's a manageable overwhelming, if that makes sense. All in all, I just want to say that if you're someone living with mental health, please, please consider getting help. Because you are worth it, and I'm the perfect example of why running for mental health doesn't work. And really, neither does not talking about it. You know, I took the stupidly hard road to come to that realization, but it doesn't mean that you have to. I had a mentality where I thought that talking about it, or even thinking about it, made me weak and made me stupid. So, whatever else you do, whatever else you take from this, know that what you're going through doesn't mean that you're worthless. All it means is that you need help. And knowing when to get help is the greatest strength of all. Okay, so that was a lot of feelings, but let's get down to business. So here's what's going on with the channel. Videos from here on out will be posted on Thursdays. I might take a break off every once in a while, just like I said, for mental health reasons, or if I want to work on something like Westeros Brawls that might take more than a week to produce. But currently this is the plan going forward every Thursday. In terms of content that's going to get posted, is that going to change? No. You're still going to see Westeros Brawls, unboxing videos, top 10 lists, analyst stuff, and all that. Every once in a while you might get something a little different, just because with no new book and the final season not coming out until next year, new things for me to report or react on have kind of slowed down a little bit for the time being. But it'll be pretty safe stuff like a top 10 video of my favorite video games or movies or shows, or a vlog of Renly doing something cute. It would definitely be easy to produce those. So don't worry about anything weird popping up in your inbox, although I realize that a video about me losing weight is probably not what you expected from my channel, but it's gonna be pretty normal stuff. Like, I'm not gonna branch into, like, political videos or makeup tutorials or anything like that. It's a callback. Post in the comments if you remember that reference. And lastly, I have a new office. Before I was recording in, like, a weird corner of my house between, like, the kitchen and the living room, and the echo was terrible, so it's nice to have a space that not only is going to produce better videos, I think, especially in terms of sound and lighting. Like, you can see I have a lighting rig set up now. But it's also just a better place for me to concentrate and do videos. I was going to give you guys a proper tour, but I figured because I only have this set up thanks to Patreon, I'm gonna make that an exclusive video just for patrons to say thank you. And I think that's finally it. If you want to hear more from me, you can always follow me on my Facebook page. I'm always posting crap and memes on there, so go ahead. So, like this video if you enjoyed it, and if you didn't, you know what, if you didn't, just like it anyways, just to, like, be ironic. All the cool kids are doing it. So, thank you all once again for letting me talk to you, and I'll see you next week. Peace! I'm sorry, I woke him up from his nap and he's really tired. Yeah, I know, it's really hot in here. Yeah, I know. It actually is really hot in here. I'm not wearing pants right now.